testing the fire alarms.
For what?
For fire?
Uh,
Maybe later. I don't know. Maybe.
fire alarm testing. Vale.
The fire alarms. That was me.
So now we are all here. Okay. Control shall we start?
So, how do you think you can use TPRS in the Asukia teaching style?
Also, 나도 수주강기 답람당 제치 안에 TPRS 라다르 간대치나 약사레스 디 주와티기도. 근데 삼수들왜 이걸.
그래 걸사.
근데 공개 TPRS 에도 TPRS 디다 디 먼저 나한테 수주강기 답람당 세네 안에 지답 제나 간대치는 티사리스는 나디 주와티 용거 당하잖아.
The fire alarm testing is going on here.
But we cannot hear anything.
Can you hear the alarm?
No.
No. Well, that's good. We can keep going then.
Yes.
Okay. So I've now had 3 classes with Isukia teachers, and I think the flipped classroom method could be very effective if we can prepare some videos showing the circling aspect of TPRS for the videos for students to watch before the class starts.
Right. So you mean we should before we start the class we should do the circling videos or 2 or 3 persons talking to each other about TPRS story and circling the sentences and make a video and send it to the students?
Yes. So I might just show you what I mean. So you can see this picture here, can't you?
Yes.
So this is one of the pictures that was used for one of the classes that I participated in. And so I think that this type of picture could very easily be used for the circling.
Okay.
So this alarm is very annoying. You can't hear the alarm at all.
No. We only hear you.
Wonderful. It's my challenge then to ignore that noise behind me. Okay, so this is possibly not the best example of a picture, but another one with this one with the people is probably with the family members is probably a much better one. If you could have a couple of different families and be asking questions like, is this an older sister or is this a younger sister? If you had pictures like this, if this is the person in the middle, give that person a name. and then have the family. Oh, this is mum, this is dad, this is older brother, this is younger sister. And you say, is this the younger sister? No, it's not the younger sister. This is the younger brother. And if you had a circling practice like that, that would be a very good video to make for the homework to do before class.
오케이. 아무튼 또 주고 있나. 컨트롤 한다디. 그래서 그나마 또 고쳐세. 도도 중에 디슈나라. 거기 디스기 동안 단디 가장 진정하다 경화시라는 진짜 줘야래. 나 저기 단다 딩아 나도 경화시라 냠도게 체체 안에 디 소저래라. 안에 디 순고에서 낭 TPRS 진짜 나로라 마치 병을라. 럽트 로톡 시중 치와인 것이나 진짜 중요하라. 안에 그래. 꼬라 잡네 이제 시야지라. 디시바이나 안에 약보에서레스 럽트 템바이나 약보에서레스 디세기에서라. 안에 디 지단계 약보도시네 대성계 약보 그래 펜도 디가 수에서 말했을 순고에서래. 이와라 년지도 원디 아니 년디 또 시야가에서레스. 안테 그치 디 요바인 것이나 아니 그래 년디를 도시나 약보에서래 럽고에서 배나 안디부 싱모레베 싱모 말에 디 아니 노모레베 노모 말에 안디 가리레는 디 파르코나 나타네 아니 그게 뭔가 시대야 주로 데리도시 아니 수나 약보에서래는 비디오 소지 아니 럽트 럽고와 인가시나 약보에서래 럽고에서 간다. 되는서 딱 아니 gen시로자.
그래서
오케이. 곰발라.
So, for example, can you see my mouse moving on the
Yes.
screen? Yes. So if you say, for example, this is Jumper. This is Jumper's mother. This is Jumper's father. This is Jumper's little sister. Is this Jumper? No, this isn't Jumper. This is Jumper. Is this Jumper's father? No, this is not Jumper's father. This is Jumper's mother. Is this Jumper's father? Yes, this is Jumper's father. And you could circle like that slowly in a video for students to watch. And you could have the pictures of father, mother, and the words in Tibetan. And if you could do a circling video like that, that would be very useful for, I think, for students to be able to watch before the class. Then when you come to actually do the class, you could do a 2 or 3 minute review of these pictures. Then you can start asking the students their personal questions, like what's your mother's name, what's your father's name, this sort of thing. That would be the flipped classroom before the class. Watch the videos, come to class, do the circling before class, personal questions during class, and then ask a story.
Yes.
그래서 아니 디 낭종값소 아니 디 참바레 디 기마디라 니 디 참바 아마레 디젤라니 참바이 빨라레 디와 디 참바이 핑갸충아레 라니 제시스탑 아니 디 주구주구라 참바이 빨라델 주구주제 아니 디 참바레베 니 마레 디 참바 마레 디 참바이 빨라레 다루다 아니 파조 아마델 주구주라 디 참바레베 마레 디 참바 마레 디 참바이 아마레 라니야 딘제 인간주 이 티와트랭기 서클링 레라 디 딘데기 티와트랭 쇠제 년동스 럽주라 낭종갑스 당나야 보여레스 아니 디제라야 아니 낭 당한 진정을 소라 진정을 소도 잠바이 계란게 단다 년동지 당여라 낭종갑스 디냠도 가르직다 가만히 숨라 냠도 직다 다차외 제라야 럽주 단다 수수냠도 원에 원수 저기 럽주 지겨라 데려야 코랑기 꼴래야 파주 티와트랭체 아니 찍든도 배치치 오래라 아니 디젤이야 아니 중수의 줄스 그래서
So let's give a short example now in English. So this is Bob. Is this Bob? So you're the students. You need to. Is this Bob? No, this isn't Bob. This is Bob. Bob. This is not Bob. This is Bob. Is this Bob?
어,
This is not Bob.
레저기저기 석사라.
Mm-mm.
Okay. This is Bob's family. This is Bob's mother. Is this Bob's mother? No. This is not Bob's mother. This is Bob's mother. Is this Bob's mother? No, this is not Bob's mother. This is Bob's father. Is this Bob's father? No,
어,
this is Bob's mother.
맞습니다.
Is this Bob's father?
어,
Is this Bob's father? No, this is not Bob's father. This is Bob. Is this Bob? No, this is not Bob. This is Bob. Is this Bob?
No.
No,
No.
this is Bob. This is Bob's older brother. Is this Bob's older brother?
No.
No, this is not Bob's older brother. This is Bob's mother. Is this Bob's older brother? No, this is not Bob's older brother. This is Bob's father. Is this Bob? No, this is not Bob. This is Bob's older brother. Kadro, are you Bob? No, you're not Bob. Are you Bob's mother? No.
No.
So Kadro, do you have a mother?
Yes.
Is your mother Bob's mother?
No.
No, because Bob is not your sister, your brother. Okay. Who is this?
Bob.
Bob. Yes. Yes, this is Bob. Is this Bob?
No.
No, this is not Bob. Who is this?
This is Bob's mother.
This is Bob's mother. Yes, this is Bob's mother. Who is this?
This is Bob's father.
This is Bob's father. Is this Bob?
No.
No, this is not Bob. Who is this?
This is Bob's older brother.
Older brother. Who is this? Don't know. This is Bob's younger sister.
음,
Is this Bob's younger brother?
No.
Is this Bob's mother? No. This is not Bob's mother. Is this Bob's father? No, this is not Bob's father.
No.
This is Bob's younger sister.
음,
Digman, do you have a father?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Wonderful. Do you have a younger sister?
Yes.
Oh, who has a younger sister?
Who?
Who has younger sister? No? Oh, Digme and
Sean.
Sewan have younger sisters. I don't have a younger sister. I have an older brother. Who has an older brother? Dawa doesn't have an older brother. Oh, Dawa, do you have a younger sister? No. Do you have a younger brother?
No.
No. Do you have an older sister?
Yes.
Dawa has an older sister. I have three or three? Which one? Which is it? That one?
Bob.
I have three older sisters. Does Bob have an older sister?
No.
No. Bob doesn't have an older sister. Bob has an older brother and a younger sister. Does Bob have a mother? Does Bob have a father?
Yes.
Yes. Who has a mother? Who has a father? Who has two mothers?
2 months.
Two mothers. Who has two mothers? Who has three mothers? No, just two mothers. Okay. Who has two fathers? No one has two fathers? Okay. So, who has four older sisters? No? Okay. I have three older sisters. Okay. So this is an example of how you could do circling. You could do the first part as a video to watch students before they come. When they come, you can then have personal questions. Do you have an older sister? Do you have an older brother? Okay. Then as the next part, you could have a story to already read together. Because when you ask personal questions, you're going to come across times when people don't have vocabulary you want. So if you're asking me, do you have a younger brother? Do you have a younger sister? No, no. So it's hard for me to remember younger brother and younger sister. But if you have a story you've already created, then you've already got a person in the story with a younger brother, with a younger sister, with an older brother, older sister. So you can prepare the story for all the words you want to have people know. Do you need to translate that?
Yeah. So, like teacher will create that story before the class.
Yes.
As a 당보 공긴 나가디 당보 땡기 나중에 갑수 때 년동 디스라 아니 진짜 소디 잠바 년동 찍다 디젤이야 아니 년동 땐사라 아니 롭주 수술 롭주 가져 있네 콘솔런도 정달 제제라 기라나 저저 유배 빈자 중앙 유배라 근데 이 롭주 냠도 정달 제자외 제라야 아니 게라 수수면에 식든주 표지 제배 중직 타디체 안 디냠도 로고레사
Ideally, you would also ask a story in the class, but I think that's going to be a little bit challenging, a little bit difficult, because only one student in the class. So that's probably a little bit more difficult to do.
Asking a student to create a story?
You create the story with the student.
Okay. So, 아니 남규니 롭주다 냠도 중 사와직 수위레라스라 이내레다 단단 아주 망치와지 롭주 찍로라 제장 중수에 테스트가 갖고 차도 거래서
We can do an example story now, if you like.
아니 아주 찍수나 찍수 고사단다. Yes.
Because it's a class with more than one person, it's probably a little bit easier. Okay, so let's start. Let's try. Today's story. Who is today's story about? Give me names. Give me a name. Any name. Tenzin. Okay. Today's story is about Tenzin. Does Tenzin have a mother?
Yes.
Yes, Tenzin has a mother. How many mothers does Tenzin have?
Only one mother.
Only one mother? No. Tenzin has more than one mother. How many mothers does Tenzin have? Two mothers? No. Tenzin doesn't have one mother. Tenzin doesn't have two mothers. How many mothers does Tenzin have?
6.
6 mothers. Yes. Tenzin has 6 mothers. How many fathers does Tenzin have?
12.
12. No. Tenzin doesn't have 12 fathers. Tenzin has One father. One father. Tenzin has one father and 6 mothers. Okay? So, does Tenzin have an older brother?
Yes.
Yes, Tenzin does have an older brother. How many older brothers does Tenzin have?
8.
8. Tenzin has 8 older brothers. Tenzin has 8 older brothers because he has 6 mothers. Tenzin has 8 older brothers. Sorry, 8 older brothers because he has 6 mothers. How many younger sisters does Tenzin have?
2.
2. Okay. Tenzin has 2 younger sisters. How many mothers does Tenzin have?
6.
6. How many fathers does Tenzin have?
1.
1.
1. How many older brothers does Tenzin have?
8.
8.
8. How many younger sisters does Tenzin have?
2.
2.
Does Tenzin have any older sisters? Yes? No.
No.
Yes or no? No.
No.
Tenzin doesn't have any older sisters. Oh. Does Tenzin want older sisters?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
No, Tenzin doesn't want older sisters because he has 8 older brothers and 6 mothers. Does Tenzin have younger sisters?
Yes.
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 How many younger sisters?
2.
2. Does Tenzin have younger brothers?
No.
No.
No younger brothers. So Tenzin has 6 mothers, 1 father, 8 older brothers, 2 younger sisters. Wow, big family. So, one older brother of Tenzin, what's his name?
Lozang.
Lozang.
Mm.
So, Tenzin's oldest brother. Tenzin has 8 older brothers.
Yes.
The oldest brother is called Lozang.
Yes.
Lozang, how many younger brothers does Lozang have?
8 younger brothers.
Yes, Lozang has 8 younger brothers. How many older brothers does Tenzin have?
8.
8 brothers.
So 8, Tenzin has 8 older brothers. Lozang has 8 younger brothers. So how many younger sisters does Tenzin have?
2.
2.
2.
Younger sisters. What's one name for one younger sister?
Dawa.
Dawa.
Mm.
No, not Dawa.
Metok.
Itu.
Metok.
Mm.
Metok. So Metok, Tenzin has 2 younger sisters. The youngest younger sister
Mhm.
is called Metok. How many older sisters does Metok have?
1.
1.
1 older sister, yes. How many older brothers does Metok have?
9 brothers.
9.
9 older brothers. Does Metok have a younger brother?
No.
No.
He's younger.
Metok has 9 older brothers and no younger brothers. So, where is Tenzin? Give me a place. Where is Tenzin?
Tenzin.
Tibet.
In
Tibet.
Tibet. Tenzin is in Tibet. Where is Lozang?
Nagaland.
Netherlands. Yes, Lozang is in Netherlands. Tenzin is in Tibet.
Yes.
Lozang is in Netherlands. Tenzin wants to see Lozang. Does Tenzin like Lozang?
Yes.
No. Tenzin doesn't like Lozang. Tenzin loves Lozang. Loves. So Tenzin wants to see Lozang. Where is Lozang?
Netherlands.
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 Where is Tenzin?
In Tibet.
In Tibet. Where is Tenzin's younger sisters?
India. In
India.
India. Yes.
Does Metok and her sister want to see Lozang?
Yes.
Yes. So Metok and her sister, her older sister, what's Metok's older sister's name? What's Metok's older sister's name?
Pema.
Pema. Metok and Pema. Okay. So Metok and who are Metok and Pema? Who are they?
Tenzin's younger sister.
Yes, they're Tenzin's younger sisters. Are they Lozang's younger sisters?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So Metok and Pema are Tenzin's younger sisters. They're also Tenzin and Lozang's younger sisters. Does Metok and Pema, who are Tenzin's younger sisters, do they want to see Lozang?
Yes.
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 Where are they? Where is Metok and Pema?
India.
India.
India. Where in India are Metok and Pema?
And Dharamshala.
In Dharamsala.
Ah.
Are Metok and Pema in Dharamsala with their mother?
No.
Yes.
Yes, I'll do that. Yes.
No. Controversy. Who says yes? Who says no?
Yes.
Who says yes?
Yes.
2 people yes. Who says no? Okay, so the same. So Metok and Pema are in Dharamsala. They're not with their mother. They're with their father.
Yes.
So where is Tenzin?
In Tibet.
Tibet.
Tibet. So Tenzin wants to see his older brother. What's the name of his older brother?
Lozang.
Lozang, Lozang, all the same. Lozang is in the Netherlands. So Tenzin wants to see his older brother, Lozang, in the Netherlands. Metok and Pema want to see their older brother, Lozang, in the Netherlands. So Tenzin goes to India. First to see his 2 younger sisters. What are his younger sisters' names?
Meto.
Pema.
Metok and Pema. So Metok and Pema are Tenzin's younger sisters. Tenzin wants to go to India, to Dharamsala, to see his younger sisters. So Tenzin goes to India. Tenzin flies to India. But Tenzin doesn't use an airplane because he's magic. No. Magic Tenzin flies to India. See Metok and Pema. So who are Metok and Pema for Tenzin?
Younger sister.
Younger sisters.
This is
Who is Tenzin for Metok and Pema?
Older brother.
Older brother. Does Metok and Pema have a younger brother?
No.
Does Tenzin have a younger brother?
Yeah. They don't have younger brother.
Doesn't have a younger brother. Does Lozang have a younger brother?
Yes.
Yes.
How many younger brothers does Lozang have?
8 younger
8.
brother.
8 younger brothers.
8.
Where is one of his,
Eight.
where is one of Lozang's younger brothers?
In Australia.
In Australia. One's in Australia. Where is Tenzin?
in Tibet.
Tibet.
Tenzin is in Tibet.
Tenzin's not in Tibet. Tenzin flew
India.
India to
India.
Dharamsala. Tenzin's in
No.
Dharamsala.
Tenzin is in Dharamshala.
Tenzin is in Dharamsala with his younger sisters.
Yes.
His younger sisters, Pema and Metok.
Mhm.
So Tenzin is with his younger sisters. Metok and Pema are with one older brother.
Yes.
So Tenzin, Metok, Pema are in Dharamsala. They want to go to Netherlands to see Lozang.
Yes.
Can they go to the Netherlands to see Lozang?
No.
No.
Yes. Yes. Because Tenzin has magic. Magic Tenzin.
Okay. So Tenzin is magic. So
Yes.
Tenzin takes Metok and Pema and flies to the Netherlands.
Yes.
But there's a problem. He's flying to the Netherlands with his younger sisters.
Yes.
He sneezes. Achoo! And they go, "Ah." And Tenzin's very sad. His younger sisters both die. Oh. Does Tenzin have younger sisters?
No.
Oh. Tenzin had younger sisters, Pema
Yes.
and Tok, but now Tenzin has no younger sisters. Oh. Oh. Okay. So you can see asking a story, you hear younger brother, younger sister, older sister many, many times when you ask a story like that. And now you're going to remember that story because who has 6 mothers? And you
Tenzin
can
has-
Tenzin Lozang have 6 mothers. But that's a story that's easy to remember because 6 mothers, 8 older brothers, 2 younger sisters die. Do you need to translate that or is it okay?
Translate check service.
저기라.
That's all. Someone has a question.
당아서 다다 인지 참마 인지 쉐라 들리라 부페도 렌 저거 자투다. 당아서 응원도게 로마지를 차서나 양 책배만 붙여도다데. 손자 되게 정서당지로 응원도를 박비 정서당지. 때 간다도 직서고원. 다다 대양 가서 빼는 가서 지다 당부 부진지다 지다 집어 부진지다 당부 네시트와 나기다 집어 차대거라. 다다 때 배드닝 답답 차는 가서 네 소미요. 디나는 답디기 네 차도요. 도 조인 네 차고 시다. 다 응원도 그 부지라. 정서당지로. 책니 마보하고 말은 응원도 부고는 이네 장거라. 당원도 살바 이네 장거라. 되네. 아니 책 직사돼서 바 정서당지로. 네.
So
Quran
he's
patient is Quran
Yeah.
be is Quran be Quran patient is la Quran is
Right. And Seonla is asking, we all know English, so we'll understand when you ask us those different questions. But for a beginner, how will they understand and how we should create a proper video or how we should ask questions during the class?
So you start with the very, very, very basics. So you're starting with only 1 or 2 words. You start with, so many of the words that we used today, like fly, I would never use. But like Soang says, because you understand the English already, I can use it. I would keep to basics like go and things like that rather than extra words like fly. So if you already have in Itsukya certain words like this, that, family members, have, don't have, those words that are there for you to start learning, starting with those type of words. So if I was just, I wouldn't start from the beginning, a very basic student with family members because there's too many new words. I would say much more simple, like have. Do you have would be a much better way to start. And if you can use words that are the same in Tibetan as in the language of the person you're speaking to. I don't know if there are any words like that. So for example, chocolate. How do you say chocolate in Tibetan?
초콜릿.
chocolate.
Chocolate. So that's a good one to use because the same in Tibetan as in English, if you have an English speaking student. So do you have chocolate? I don't have chocolate. Do you want chocolate? Yes, I want chocolate. No, I don't want chocolate. Do you want chili chocolate? No, I don't want chili chocolate. So we could do another simple story with have. I'll give you an example of have. Let's stick with Tenzin. Does Tenzin have chocolate? No,
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Tenzin doesn't have chocolate. Tenzin wants chocolate, but
Yes.
Tenzin doesn't have chocolate. Or Tenzin wants chocolate, but Tenzin doesn't have chocolate. Where has chocolate? Where has chocolate?
Shores.
Sure.
Shop.
The shop.
Shop.
Does the shop have chocolate? Yes, the shop has chocolate. Where is the shop?
Market.
The market. Where is the market?
Market in Dharamshala.
In Dharamsala. The shop in the market in Dharamshala doesn't have chocolate. Oh. What does Tenzin want?
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yes, Tenzin wants chocolate. Does Tenzin have chocolate?
No.
Tenzin doesn't have chocolate. Tenzin wants chocolate, but Tenzin doesn't have chocolate. Tenzin doesn't have chocolate, but Tenzin wants chocolate. The shop in Dharamsala doesn't have chocolate. Oh, where is there a shop with chocolate?
In New Delhi.
In Delhi?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a shop in Delhi. Does the shop in Delhi have chocolate?
Yes.
Yes, the shop in Delhi has chocolate. Where is Tenzin?
Tenzi is
Dharamshala.
Dharamsala. Okay,
Yeah.
Tenzin is in Dharamsala.
In
Tenzin.
Tibet.
Oh, Tibet? Dharamsala. Let's do Dharamsala. Easier. Tenzin is in Dharamsala.
Yes.
Tenzin wants chocolate, but
Yes.
Tenzin doesn't have chocolate. The shop in Dharamsala doesn't have chocolate. The shop in Delhi has chocolate. But Tenzin is in Dharamsala. Tenzin goes to Dharamsala. Tenzin goes to Dharamsala. Goes. Sorry, Delhi. Tenzin goes to Delhi. Tenzin goes to Delhi. Does the shop in Delhi have chocolate?
Yes.
Yes. The shop in Delhi has chocolate. Where is Tenzin?
Delhi.
Delhi. Tenzin is in Delhi. The shop in Delhi has chocolate. Tenzin goes to the shop in Delhi. The shop in Delhi has chocolate. Tenzin goes to the shop in Delhi. Tenzin has chocolate. Yay! Is Tenzin very happy?
Yes.
Yes.
No, Tenzin's not happy.
Why?
Tenzin has chocolate, but chili chocolate.
Uh,
Tenzin doesn't want chili chocolate. Tenzin wants milk chocolate. Tenzin's not happy. Oh. So that's an example of very simple. Has. So you're using has, doesn't have, goes, wants, which are very basic ones to start with. So you can start with that sort of very basic vocabulary. The important thing is not to introduce a lot of new words, but to every chance you have, repeat the same sentence again and again and again. Does Tenzin have chocolate? No, Tenzin doesn't have chocolate. Does Tenzin want chocolate? Yes, Tenzin wants chocolate. So you have another question?
Yes. They love the Dingando Dada. Also, Mondo Dra Puti Roa.
Yeah.
They Yiki lo share the kitchen on a Yamana also that same Mamboti Johnson, the Masia, the kitchen on a sra. When I get music, Nato inata, bring on the Mampologora, when a Sakadakando, Sakadaka Hipikono, Mamboyoro. They look down the share like kitchen on a and Tatangazo. They like drunk is also
Yes, right,
care for those around and then it loves.
Yeah. He said your making story, like how you made today, was wonderful. And his question is like for a beginner, like they should start, like which is important by like between reading, like practice reading, or try to make a story, which
Here
is more important.
to hear and understand is more important. To hear,
Sorry?
to hear and understand is more important than reading. Because, for example, if we talked about have not, and then I show you the word have, you can see it and hear the word and understand it. You understand what I mean? So I'll give you an example. Where are we? Sorry, one. I'll share this screen. This is the start of a story. You can see this here. So because I've heard Tibetan many times, Tashidalek, 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 I know Tashidalek means hello. So if I see this here, I can know this means hello, this means Tashidalek. So when I come to try and read, I can go, okay, this part here, that must be Tashi, that must be Delek. So I can recognize that language Tashi and that language Delek. Then later, I can then understand the letters. So the first time I started to try and learn Tibetan, the teacher said, you must memorize ka, ka, ga, ga, ga. And I try and try and try, and it's so boring and so hard for me to remember. So even now, I'm still trying to do it, but I find it very hard. When I look at Tashi Delek, I go, okay, I know that. I can learn that. I can remember that. This part, which part of this is Ta? Which is Shi? Which is Delek? Which part of this is no sound? Which part of this Tashi has sound, which has no sound? It's easy to remember that way than it is to remember the rules.
일단 당부 니엔제 고주에 디케체레 로에 디케체 마레라스라 망부니 니 뭐 하고이나 아니 제라 이기 디통도 담바는 뭐싱그레 니 쿠랑고마 디카가 장아디 당부디 데켈라이 딘들라 소이네레 까가 당부 장아디 니 쿠랑 칼레 갖고 당 프레셔라서 다시 데레라이 망부 고고니 있다고 다시 데레 통하다 알렌디 다시 인서티 데네 인서 사메기 소라티 네키투사
Because really, you don't need to know the rules. You need to learn how to use it. So if you can learn the language by hearing it and understanding, then you have the story to read, and you have the audio to go with the story. You can listen and follow the words on the page. Then you can start understanding. Then later, with the teacher, you go through the spelling and the rules. So first, listen and understand, then recognize just by seeing. Then later, the teacher goes through the rules and starts saying, no, no, wrong, spelling it that way after you've heard it. Because if you do it that way, you're getting meaning by hearing it, then you're adding a little bit more meaning by seeing letters, then you're adding a little bit more meaning by doing the spelling. If you try and do it all at once, it's too hard. That's my opinion.
아니 그래 닝기 공기 뒤에 라이드샤 아주지 닝기 틱든조 동기 지나야 보여라서 네 틱든조 동 디낭종 값으라 아니 진정원수 초도 잠바 아니 게라기 나나로 몰니 로탄든조 파 진짜 되시자잖아야 보여래서
그래서 nga yang cha thwa chi ra ta nga la lup thu kha che se yus ro lup thu kha che che dang ga so ke che che da pe a pu she gi tu ju nga so yene an thak cha de so kang la kang gi kha de na thik ding du sra mo ma la pa ina che la me thwe ne no ryung do de thi ten de da u kne ta yo na ani khanda do she na yak sa ri sra ke na ke nyam nyong le jing
Ala. So he has some student. Their fluency, like while they're speaking, their fluency is great, but then they always make mistakes in their spelling. So what is your advice for that?
They need to read more. So the best way as a how do I put it? Hearing and understanding, then seeing and understanding is the natural flow. The best way for students to acquire more language is to read. Read more and more and more and more and more. But they need to be able to read and understand. So they need to have 98% of whatever they read is words they already know. 2 words in 100 are words they don't know. If they can read more, they will remember the spelling more naturally. So one example might be to have many stories that are written out, and you have an audio so you can listen. You can follow the words by reading it and hear the audio as you're reading it. That way, they'll see the words and see the spelling of the words and hear the pronunciation at the same time. But they need to read more, and that's the way to pick up spelling. It's the same if you ask me how to spell a word. I won't know how to spell a word in English easily. I have to think about it and say, okay, how do I spell it? Because I don't need to spell it, I just need to say it. But I can then see it in my mind and then read it out as I see it in my mind. And we need to develop that skill as well. But the only way to develop that skill is to read more and more and more and more.
Lopchutelani manzam lo chugure lesra. Loga diani jubje jero. Jubje dinang lo da tsika jayo da jaja jane gubju kopje dinyen ne susu gi shen sa jo dan ha ko jo ro chigra. An jaja ni je shi ni ha mo ko jo tinde gi chiglo chugure sa.
okay les ta kun thama thwa chi nga la de che yo lup thu chi sat pa sar jang ri ro lup sat pa sar jang ri khong la yiki lap du na pe na nga so khau ta do in ro khau ta lam na ko ha ko gar chi ne ta lam ne ta kang da ta lam na khari la ko khau kha ta ki lan ka la ko tin de ki chwa mang bo ta yong da lup thu ne chi ti ele ko re da 이 대기 내 값은 가서 판데 히 작단 지로 이 창만 지히 잡나 야요나 야무나 대 가우다 다 찍고 람데 양도잖아 야요나 서 디간라 저지 벤트네도
직 에던다 아주 거다 다체 아니 직 신바든 조에 디낭로 직 망보 지어라 든 상마 된다 기제 틱도 디디 상마이 되시자 어라
어데
And the nanglo ne
다 요리 가르치는 가우다다리라네 콘소 깨차 팅도 다다 엘레고레다 당가 팔라바이나 책 망보고 하고 말아와 인기 깨차 쳐 말아와 어때 인디
ale di nga zo da gi tenda di re sine le ko da kharjin re le dire
가우다다 가르치는 시티 안에 다 가르치네 다 요말란다 간다 네가 저 망볼로
la sir he has a student a beginner A0 and she's trying to ask him like when he introduced a word kaudada then he will explain that word as well with the image and then she would ask why it is not da or mo da then should he explain because he can't use so many words right or he should leave.
This is a very, very common question for language learners. Why is it like this? And the answer we can give is because it is. This is any language. And the same thing I ask often in English, why is English so stupid? Why is it so many strange rules that don't work in English? And there's no way we can answer. And people want to, the way that people learn another language is to make connections with what they already know. We normally learn by making connections with what we already know, and we try and learn a new language by making connections to the language we already know. So they want to say, why is it like this, in order to try and make a connection to something they understand. And sometimes there are no reasons why, unless you want to study the language and linguistics from 1,000 years ago. So there's sometimes all we can say is that's the rule and that's the way it is. There's no other explanation, which makes it very difficult. I know, because I've had to say that many times teaching.
Ki tilapti khadi ne luptul tiwa tilir ti khandas reti khajine re mangbo shi re sara ti kale khapo yo re din dinde rang re lapshana ya ga yo resa.
There's something else I want to say if I can. When you're looking at choosing words to learn and to teach, it's really important the words you choose to teach. For example, in English, back in the 1950s and 1960s, when people were learning to type on a typewriter, even now on a computer, there's one sentence. That sentence is, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And that sentence, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, has every letter in the alphabet, A, B, C, D, all the way to Z, in that one sentence. So when people were typing, they had to type this sentence many times in order to practice typing all the letters. So when you're thinking about which words to teach, of course, the best words to teach are the most commonly used words, high frequency words. But also, if you can teach words that have the full range of spelling requirements, so that you give examples of all sorts of different spelling. So for example, when I looked at Tashidelek, there's lots of changed sounds and silent letters. So for me to look at the letters for Tashidelek, I can learn a lot of spelling by looking at those two words that are very commonly used. So this is an important thing when you're planning, is to choose vocabulary that have a wide range of spelling requirements.
So the tawcha di kisi lupchui tawcha yarki tanga ta tinjegi migi simgi na ani ta namki nguma ta jigdong gubyang apchu da jigdong gubya chukchu do ala zo typewriter da di kanglo khonzu inji gi chigji yore lasra inji gi chigji ta chigdup jigdo di nanglo la inji gi alphabet changma yosara ya di seje changma yosara chezan chigdup di yang tigresa kainsna di chongdar che dura di yang seje changma chongdar che do chezan ani ta lobchu la chik den zu labdu zamba namgyu gyuk che che jera den zu chik la ba che 안 탁자기 체도 아니 지금 디낭로 탁자 담인다 이쪽도 여라지 오 딘데 이 지금 딘데 막 어쩌지 오래라스
Champala, did you have a question?
Thank you, Gra.
디제 조사 이나가 디와지야 디와데 개침보다 차거든. 배는 간저 피빌 손은 다이라. 아는 간저로 로마치요스. 로마티기 간저 깨제시디가 저런기 라바나시 니제 개침보르세. 간저 다 저런 라야들 민트 유스. 이나요 로트지예레스. 로트지 깨제시디가서라 코랑기 깨제시에비 이게데 롤 참아서나 아니 깨자자니 시로 지금 말해서 시디 시온 고그레스. 이게 롤은 차야라 시온 고그레스. 제자 든지 이디 가서 다 대표에는 치 동부 니야데 하고 제라 보자 하고 제라 치 친의 추도면 대 트레라 다시 가는 제고 그래서 저랑 있잖아.
동부니에네 하마디게나 가르소이
먼저 피비요로
응
아니 동부 니에네 하고 아니 하고는 시에 돼야지요라 동부대 제를 다 더차도 이게 더차도 제바 이게 노동 참아서는 거래 그런 게 드니라 어째서 저런 게 나야 되는 거서 자세자다 뭐 민투 유에스 이나 용한서 로마지 동부 깨자 시행디 가서네 깨자 니디 가서네라 깨자 디기 깨자도 치데 로일은 참아서나 이게 도차도 제바 참말로이든 참아서나 그런 게 거기 말에 아니 그런 게 시에디 가서라요 치데 로이든 참아서나 깨자도 시기 말에서
응
그래서
공기 녜지라라 그게나네 비빌라이 공기니 단다 게라기 숭에 제바이나 당복 녜라 녜네 아니 파 가레 고츠 산에니 아주 티야단든 조용그레스라 딜라 잡조유 이나양 아주 롭주지기 롭주디기 당보츠 지 고라 다지 고디 잠바 식디 상마 당보 레바나로 마샤로이나 고투기 말에 데라
고토기 말했어. 아니 시디 가서 티게 도자도 제바 참아 동보 레바노 마샤나 칸이 시로 제가 말했어. 군이 되디그리스.
uh-huh so we have a student first Chambala said your like what all you have said are great and we agree with that like listening is really very important but we have a student she always when she get an input then she always make a sentence in her like unless she make a sentence in her mind or unless that sentence formed in her mind she won't understand that sentence and when she was about to like when she's about to have an output then again she has to make that sentence in her brain then only after making that then only she can produce an output so for that what would be a good advice
One of the biggest in linguistics, there's something called affective filters. So the affective filters, it's a filter. It's a wall we put in our minds saying that, for example, Tibetan is difficult. Therefore, in our minds, Tibetan becomes difficult. I can't learn languages. Therefore, our mind says you can't learn languages. So we create all these problems in our minds. This is one of the biggest problems to overcome in language learners, especially the language learners that we're going to get because they're adults. And the adults are more rigid, they're more hard, they're not flexible in how they learn. So when you come across a student who says, I must do this, if I don't do this, I can't learn, it's very difficult. And there are many teachers that say that too. You must do this or you won't learn. Also very difficult. The best way to overcome that is to find a very simple, a very easy way to show them that there is a different way to learn. So if this person has an idea, this must be done this way, or I can't learn, find a different way, an example for them to learn and say, there is evidence, here is evidence. You can learn a different way. For example, if somebody, if you say touch the leg and they go touch the leg, I said, oh, see, easy. You don't need a whole sentence. Or you can say, what's this? And they go ni. Then they can find a different way for them, an example of how they can learn different to what they're used to doing, and find more examples of that. They will have more confidence and more faith in a different way of learning. Some people will never change, and you can only do that. I've met people like that.
That's a the 그 가래 또또또 나도 때만나는 걸 찍 쇠셔이래라스라 당보텔라 어따 뷰깔레 갖고래 니 생기 말에 니 셰도 말에 된데 세수 세반나는 쇠죠 디강에 요리스라 니네는 가줄로 프로상마티스 로침보체 니 쿠란즈니네 찍 삼로직 여바이나 디랑자 킨 데제라 딘데 지키기래서라 아니 롭주다 기게닝가라야 눈두 심바지 요래서 눈두 디카레 라바이나 ni ta dirang che gore di ma che na yong ma re la gi tawa ji yo re la sra di tawa diang kia yo ma re so lup tu so la pa pe yan ro da kha ji re gi gen ne lup tu la ten tu ba chi che gore sa ani lup tu ka she ta ju a dra gore yo ma re ni ti che yo ma re la
all us the
I think when you encounter students who are very rigid, very fixed in their thinking, it can be very, very difficult. So it's little by little, showing different ways of doing things and giving evidence. Because the more people find easier ways to learn, the more they're going to learn, the easier it's going to be, the happier they're going to be, and the more they'll trust you.
남살바 디기 두게 메기 빵다 된저 냠도 때 인데 체와이나 럽주게 수설레 이체망아 치레스 코란 수술레 이치치라 야르게 줘야기 고가별해
So if you can try doing any of these, even for a few minutes in any of your classes, and come back and ask more questions, that's very useful.
Okay.
Okay.
그런데 유람에
아, 세상다 단단한 디 켈라남 바고에 서스. 거니 켈란즈다 단단 남기 진단할 텐데 레조 여라 티완즈 텐데 텐데 수키니 티와 텐데 티와이나 니페 펜도 첨부 요레사.
The best way is not for me to talk about it, but for you to do it. So if we could even in these sessions have some of you practicing trying to do these things with us, which might be easier than doing it with students. So if you feel comfortable, maybe next time somebody could try doing some of these with us. Of course, everybody knows Tibetan but me, but I'm very happy to not know Tibetan and be a student.
약še chikdita jongdar che na yakše re lasra. Zinda na langwe si jengla che tiskale du na nganzu tanda di nang lo le ya jongdar che na di re sa.
jema nganzo drin chi so gi dala cherang chet
We are going to create a story for you.
Yay! Next week, I'm looking forward to being a student and you teaching me. This would be great, wonderful, very exciting.
That's
all.
숙제체.
숙제체 게라.
Good idea.
그래죠.
나서 질러줘요.
제라제용.